Hello, Samara. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Miss Arjuna.
Okay. I think that it's connecting to Samara's phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing video because I don't look beautiful right now. You can see she's trying to connect.
I think she's connecting.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Samara?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Samara. Miss Ozuna, I'm on here too. How are you?
Alive.
I know, that's good. That's really positive, isn't it?
Okay, Samara, I'm sharing you my screen, okay? And let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you want me to go over the whole nodes formula or just the specific problem?
The whole notes.
Okay. What can you see in the screen? Can you read this?
Volumes of cylinders and cones.
Yeah, good. I just want to check if you can see my screen or not. Okay, so first thing is formula, and maybe you have that formula sheet I emailed you before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so always for the cylinder, cone, sphere, everything, we know they all starts with the circle, right? If you look at the cylinder, if you look at the cylinder, their base and their top is always circular. They are circle. If you look at the cone also, the base of the cone is also circle. So always, those three things, always they start with circle. So first thing we need to know how to find circumference. Circumference means the total length around the circle, this length. So how to find circumference of the circle and how to find area of the circle. So that is the first step we need to know. So this is circle. The length around this circle, you can see this arrow. So this length is called circumference, and the distance between one point of the circle to the other point, but that should pass through the origin, that is called diameter. And the length between center of circle to the one end of the circle is called the radius. Do you know this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the difference between diameter and radius?
Radius is half diameter.
Radius is half of the diameter. And this is the formula A. I wrote A here, that is the area of the circle, which
I
is
can't
same.
see that.
You can see this one?
Mm-mm.
It's just the formula for the area of a circle. It's area equals pi.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Area equals pi times radius square.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Okay, so this is the area of the circle. So we use this formula to find the area of the circle, which later when you do the cylinder and cone, we will call this area of the base. We use B there, but it is same thing, okay? B means area of the circle. We use pi times radius square. So that is the area of the circle. So where R is the radius of the circle, and pi, you can use the pi button in the calculator. So you don't have to copy this, because if you look at that sheet I emailed you before, this formula is there, okay? Any question? Yes.
So on my study island, I didn't get it.
So that's why I'm asking you, you want me to go over all the steps formula or directly go to the study island?
Is it the same thing that we were doing?
Yeah, it's the same.
Well,
Maybe they asked the question in the different way, but it's the same thing. Yeah.
well, when me and my mom tried to go over it, we got like a whole bunch of different answers, and that none of the answers were in there.
Okay, for example, look at this. This is the one question I picked from somebody else's assignment. They answered this wrong, but still, we can look at this. So this is the cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this asks you to find the volume of the cone. So you are finding the volume. Do you know how to find volume of cone?
Let me look at the sheet.
Okay, let's try this then. Use the formula.
Okay. 1 second. You're oh here you go. Okay. Volume of a cone is 1/3 over base times height.
Yes. So what is that B represent? Base means what?
Pi times radius squared.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, so you want me to do this problem?
Okay, do this and I'll check.
Okay. I got 84.78.
84.78. Okay, can you explain me, or can you show me your that work on the camera?
Okay, so I did 1 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 9 squared.
Say that again.
1 divided by 3 times 3.14 times 9 squared.
Yeah, so that's your 1/3 times pi times r square, right? So, and you have again times s also. You need to multiply that with height again.
Okay.
Because you did the B part only. So now you need to multiply with height.
I got 1,526.04.
Good. So, okay. So that is the answer. Now, if you look at this option, you can see there pi everywhere, right? So that means you need to multiply this option with pi to match your answer.
Oh.
Maybe you stuck on that step.
Yeah.
So just multiply, or you just can divide your answer by pi. You will get the answer.
Divide what I got by 3.14?
Yes.
Divided by 3.14. I got 486.
So do you have that in your option?
It's A.
Yeah, so it's A. So always, if your answers are given in term of pi, you need to divide your answer by pi to get the number here, okay?
Is that gonna be on all the questions?
Yeah, if you have the pi in the option, you always do this, yes.
I divided by 3.14.
Yes, if there is pi in the option.
Okay. That's good.
For example, in this question, they don't have any pi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same radius and height. Okay, can you try this question? This is very easy.
Mm-hmm. See the rest of the question. The cone is cylinder above the same radius r, and the height, the volume of the cone is 66 cubes. Was cylinder base times height, so 3.4 times.
So you need to understand what is the relation between cone and cylinder when they have the same radius and height.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the formula. What is the difference between cone and cylinder?
Okay, so the difference is a cone, you're dividing it by 1/3.
Yes, that means cone is 1/3 of the cylinder, right?
Mm-hmm.
In other word, we also can say that cylinder is 3 times bigger than cone. Am I right?
Oh, so would you multiply 6 times 3? I mean 66 times 3?
Yes. Why you are multiplying that?
Because it's 3 times bigger.
Yes, always. If you look at the formula, cylinder is BH only, but cone is 1/3. So if cone is 1/3, cylinder is 3 times bigger in the other way. So if you are given the cylinder, if you have to find the cone, you divide by 3. If you are given cone and you have to find the cylinder, you multiply by 3.
So I did 66 times 3 and I got 198.
So that's your answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So do you think
So
you can?
I just look at like, if this was not a, say, a cone,
Mhm.
hold on, let me go look at the sheet, and say it was like a sphere, could you do 4? What do you do now, since the difference is 4/3, and then
Okay,
it's
you can do
cubed.
it. There is no these types of relation between sphere and cone or cylinder. You cannot do anything on that. You have to do the whole process. If question asks you for the sphere, you have to do the whole process. Find the radius, find the height, then use the formula. We can do this only in between cone and cylinder.
Okay, and how did you get 3 out of 1/3? Like, how'd you know? I get that it's 3 times bigger, but like, how'd you get 3 out of that? You know what I'm saying?
Do you mean how do you know if you multiply by 3? Is that your question? Because if you look at the formula, cone is 1/3. 1/3 means that is 3 times less. That makes sense? If something is 1/3, that means the meaning is that is 3 times less. So if one thing is 3 times less, then another is 3 times bigger, 3 times more. Just opposite.
Okay.
So you multiply with 3.
Okay.
Okay, do you think you can do yourself rest of the questions now?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any more question?
No.
Okay, then we are done.
Thank you.
Take care, stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Mara,
Okay.
if you get stuck on anything, you just let us know, okay? We're here for you, baby.
Okay. Thank you.
Miss
Okay.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah. Bye, Miss Arjuna. Thank you.
Bye.